What's up, you guys? Shiz here, and today I got a very special video. We're going to be doing who in the holy heck is Sauron. Yes, now there's a recent Marvel Legends, the Build-A-Figure for the upcoming Deadpool, let's say Wave 2 action figure set. Sauron will be the Build-A-Figure, and he looks absolutely awesome. I am so excited about this figure. Sauron has always been one of those characters that I've enjoyed seeing. I first, found him. He was on the X-Men, the animated series, when they finally did the Savage Land story arc and all that kind of stuff. He does have a little bit of a different origin story. Of course, they're going to adapt it for animation and make it different. So the kind of thing that I was aware of, and then in actually doing a little bit more comic book research, it's fairly different, but nonetheless, it's very, very interesting. And to help you guys all out, I have gone through all that, and I'm going to divvy it down to just the bare facts that you're going to need to know when collecting this awesome figure. And without further ado, let's go ahead and do who in the holy heck is Sauron. So, origin story aside, Sauron is a character created by Roy Thomas and Neil Adams. And they kind of go back and forth on really who created the character, as most comic book artists tend to do. And he first appeared in X-Men number 60, and that was way back in 1969. So basically what Sauron is, he's a human pterodactyl, essentially. He was originally a guy named Carl Lycos, and he was the son of an explorer's guide, and they were exploring a place called Tierra del Fuego, and of course, as you usually do in a place named like that, they experienced mutant pterodactyls by which Carl was bitten. So nothing really happened to him. He eventually started to find out that he can kind of absorb people's energies through hypnotism and everything else. So he kind of made a killing doing that, became a doctor, a geneticist, all that stuff. And, basically kind of like a vampiric sort of situation with powers and stuff, fed off people, yada yada, that kind of thing, as often does happen. So when the X-Men finally got involved, Lycos absorbed Havoc's energy, and Havoc being the brother of Cyclops, right? As we all know that too. I'm gonna have to do a lot of these who's who thing, right? I'm just anticipating this. But anyways, so in dealing with Havoc, he became the pterodactyl-like monster that we all know and love today. So there's a reason for that. So basically, he needs to absorb energy and things from people, animals, yada yada, to kind of stay in his form, being a pterodactyl. Through different stories and such, he went back and forth, either back to Carl Lycos or Sauron. It wasn't until he kind of came across Storm, when he absorbed her energy, that he pretty much stayed in the pterodactyl form. So that's just how it goes. As he, became more of a character and everything, he primarily became based in the Savage Land. And, I mean, that's really cool. He became friends with Khazar, and, all those kind of characters. Tried to take over the Savage Land a few times, ran into Spider-Man, Angel. The Spider-Man Angel became, mutants themselves. They kind of turned into animals. Sauron ended up draining them of their powers, turned them back into, the respective yada yada. And, that's... that is pretty much Sauron's thing. He just, he draws people's energies. He's got hypnotic eyes, but he's also got fire breath every once in a while, when the writers want to give it to him, and he just absorbs your life force, mutant powers. Yeah, all that great stuff. More of a good guy, anti-hero than a bad guy. Recent years kind of, did some bad stuff. He wants to team up with that Stegron, the dinosaur man, and Spider-Man and Jean Grey and all the students from the X-Men Academy ended up defeating him, as usually happens with these with these types of villains. The X-Men the Animated Series, like I said, from my first incarnation with Sauron himself, he just was an inhabitant of the Savage Land. Mr. Sinister did all kinds of sinister things to him. X-Men stepped in, fought them, befriended them, back and forth, ended up taking down Mr. Sinister, and stayed in the Savage Land and became one of Khazar's friends, part of his tribe, all that kind of stuff. So, not a whole lot to do with Sauron. I think he's one of those characters where it's his appearance and, you know, it's a giant pterodactyl, man. Who doesn't like that? That is just absolutely awesome, you know, just totally cool. It's all about in the art and everything else. And as you can see from these photos I've been putting up, he's just very fun to draw. Just strikes a good pose and is going to strike an amazing pose when he finally hits your D12s. God, I mean, yeah, very, very soon, probably by the end of August, you know, September, you should probably be able to find this dude in stores because all these Marvel Legends are going to hit at once. And while we're all complaining, oh my God, my wallets and everything else like that, come on, let's be real. We all know we're going to jump on this and grab these figures because we have a BAF to build, and that's what us collectors do best. Anyways, I'm going to leave you at that. That is pretty much the entire Who in the Holy Heck is Marvel Legends Sauron. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Also be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell when I create new videos just like this. If you are on Instagram or Twitter, please be sure to follow me at ToyShiz and be sure to email me with any types of questions, toyshiz@gmail.com. I'm always happy to talk toys with all of you. Questions, always welcome. I'm going to leave you with that. Have a fantastic rest of your Sunday, a fantastic rest of your weekend. Do something rad, drink some good coffee, eat some good food, but most importantly, find some great action figures. And when you do, let me know what you found. Talk to you all soon. Adios.